Welcome
Welcome. Stop. I was waiting on you.
to the back,
To the back.
to the back
To the back
podcast.
podcast. We are once again in the dark.
Luca got traded. I don't care about anything in this world anymore.
I just saw TikTok with
I saw like you go first.
it was Kyrie page,
Yeah.
and it was, what does this relationship mean to you? That interview when they're
When it has a Romano.
and then it was just highlights of the amazing passes that Luka gave to Kyrie, the no-look passes.
It's more than the fact that he is a generational talent. I argue the best basketball player and has been for the past 5 years. It's the camaraderie and the family and the experiences that he built here. He was supposed to have a statue. He was supposed to be here forever. He wanted to be here forever. And some fuckhead named Nico Harrison, who we're not supposed to hate on, because I saw a tweet said, "Ooh, remember he has a family. He's a father." And in all caps, he said, I don't know if it's he or she, said, "And he's a Christian." Bitch, did it look like I give a fuck? It makes me hate him more.
I'm hoping his kids are flipping him off right now.
It makes me hate him more because the fact, if he is a so-called Christian, which, what the fuck does that even mean? Why are you betraying somebody, fucking Judas? Luka literally looks like what you think Jesus looks like. The buzz cut.
Okay, and I don't think that's what he thinks Jesus looks like. But anyhow, the point is,
I don't even know what the fuck. Fucking.
There's literally no sense to this trade. No sense. And I don't like.
I hate basketball.
Yeah,
I'm no longer a Mavs fan. I wish I was never born in Dallas.
I'm sorry.
I hate Texas even more now. There's no reason that Texas is even good anymore. He was the only thing that was good about Texas.
I'm right here.
Yeah, you were born in Florida. You don't count.
The worst state.
Literally the worst state is Texas. There's nothing good.
We're not in a good place, if you cannot tell. Like, I literally have cried every day since we found out. At least once a day.
It'll never feel real.
And I thought, I never understood, I guess because this is such a... I don't think anything like this has ever happened in the history of sports, has it?
Not
like
this,
a trade like this? Like, something like this happening?
It puts, because it's the semantics about it. Because, yeah, you can say, oh, the LeBron trade to Miami, he wanted to go to Miami. That was him. That was his thing. You could say, oh, KD joining the Warriors, that was, again, his thing. And plus, it wasn't like a stab behind the back. He's already been traded before. It's just it is the worst thing that ever happened to me in sports history. And I said it. My worst, there are 3 worst moments in my life when I felt the lowest. The first one is when my grandfather died from cancer. The second one is when I found out my stepfather had cancer, which I knew he would eventually die from. The third is when Luka got traded.
I mean, Luka's not in my top 3 of worst things, but I've also, I'm older and have experienced vastly more. But it's definitely, it surprises me how much I'm grieving that loss. And I know it's a lot because we've gone to games together. We went, I think that's the only...
I've legitimately seen 98% of Luka's games.
Yeah.
Watched it.
I was trying to think, and obviously Luka wasn't there at the time when we went as a family. It was
that was in 2014.
But I'm just saying, that's the only sports team we went to as a family together, correct?
Yeah.
Major sports.
It's the only sports team I've ever seen live. An actual game.
Like a major sports.
Yeah.
We did the minor league baseball, but
yeah, we did minor league baseball and shit like that. I guess other local stuff or whatever. But a professional sports team that I've ever seen live has only been the Mavericks. The Mavericks are my favorite sports team ever. Literally, the Mavericks are my favorite sports team ever, and now they're I hate the Mavericks more than I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. No, I don't care. They have betrayed. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing anybody can do to me is lie and betray me and backstab me. That's my biggest red flag, is to lie to me. And they fucking lied. They created this facade that Nico created this facade that Luka was here to stay. Everybody knew he should have been. You don't trade Kobe 6 years, 7 years into being with the Lakers. You don't do that. You don't trade Michael 6 to 7 years being with the Bulls.
Just giving it a moment of silence. Like, I do want to say to like those that are left on the team, we don't hate the team. Like, we don't hate the players.
I don't like the
It's the
players.
organization.
Well, it's Nico Harrison.
Well, okay, but it
And
can't
then it's
just be him.
And then it's the people who appointed him. The people that eventually someone had to greenlit this.
Like, that's the thing
Because
is
it's either one or two things. Either it's Nico Harrison did this all by himself, which means the whole NBA is fucked. That one person can communicate with another one person and collude and basically ruin a whole fan bases and put their thing into the fucking dog gutter. Or it's another thing. There was other people that were in on this in the top head offices of Mavericks, which means I hate the Mavericks.
well, we know Mark wasn't in on it.
I said other people. I didn't say Mark.
Yeah,
Cuban.
no, I was just saying like what really, really upsets me is having to root for the Lakers. I don't like that. I don't like
Why
that
don't
at
you
all.
like it? Let's unpack that. Why don't you like it?
I don't know.
You never explained why you don't like the Lakers. There's no reason. There's a reason
There's
why we
no-
don't like. No, there's not. Because there's a reason why we don't like Philly. There's a reason why we don't like the Redskins. They're in our division.
I mean, there's not a reason to really hate the Patriots.
Yeah, there is. Because Tom Brady and the cheating scandal.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It's just
and
like
it's like
it just was annoying the way that they dominated.
they didn't dominate that much. They only had.
And then everybody's a Lakers fan. It was just like annoying. There was that how like most people didn't even like basketball. Just be like, oh, I like the Lakers.
Well, that's how people feel about the Cowboys.
Okay, fair. I'm not defending that. I mean, but that's not why I liked the Cowboys. I grew up watching the Cowboys. I live in this, the city that they play. Like,
So what do you have to
makes
say about
sense.
people from LA or from South Carolina?
I don't have a problem with that. If you're in LA and you like the Lakers, that makes more sense. I'm talking about like it's weird to me in Texas to have people that like the Lakers. Not really, because again, the Mavs were terrible. I like the Mavs when the Mavs were terrible. When I say this is devastating to me, I have liked them since the 80s. I have followed the Mavs since the 80s. Like I'm sad for Kyrie because he really enjoyed playing with Luka. Everyone talked about how you could tell the shift that he started loving the game again. And you just take that away. Like, I don't understand it at all. And I know I
don't get how someone can like think, oh, because first of all, let's get this out of the way. AD does not fit the Mavericks better. I don't care what you have to say. We're also loaded with centers. Like it makes no fucking sense. But like Nico's like, oh, it's a business decision. How can you be so dumb to realize you can't just pair people together and assume they're gonna have chemistry? That's not how it works. And if it's a win now, how is that chemistry gonna form so quickly in this time frame?
Yeah, that
makes no sense. You've uprooted everything that was special here and that worked, and just threw it away for literally pennies on the dime.
I mean, because we even saw it with Kyrie. When we first got Kyrie, it was around this time, right?
Yes.
And we didn't make it to like that far in, and it just needed time. He needed a full season to play with Luka and the other guys to get that chemistry. So I don't understand why he thinks, oh, now, especially because we're in 9th place. We're not even that good right now.
How do you see someone literally drag us to the fucking NBA finals and say he's the problem? How can you be so stupid? How can you be so stupid? How can you be so stupid? How can you be so fucking stupid?
Here's the other thing when it's like, it's a business decision. It's a bad business decision. You're losing a good chunk of your fan base that will buy merch, that will come to games. Like, I don't think they understand that most people over the past 5 years have been going to games to see Luka.
Literally, it's always Luka. It's Luka. It's Luka. It's you might as well name the team fucking Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic. This is. You know what I mean? Like, and then also the fact that it's just like if I was a Maverick player at that time, besides the fact I'd be mad that Luka's gone, I wouldn't feel safe whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you're gonna trade Luka, you've created what's the word?
Toxic work environment.
Yes.
Because they're gonna constantly be in like a fight or flight state. It's like, hey, I don't know if I'm safe here. Like, obviously, there's
his daughter was born here.
Yeah.
I think it was just her birthday too. This is where he was a literal kid when he came here.
Yeah.
This is not Europe. Moving to California is a big change.
Yeah.
Taking to someone who has moved to California from Texas.
Especially if going from Europe to Texas and then Texas to LA, like that's good. That's another culture shock. And
I actually think Texas was probably the perfect place because he is from Slovenia, which is kind of like
I don't know enough about
well,
that
I'm saying
region.
it's rural. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just know he embraced here so much. So
He even did you see? I saw it broke my heart. One of the Mavs fans that I follow on Twitter was like when he recorded a message for the Lakers when he arrived on the plane. He used y'all.
yeah.
He's a Texan through and through,
Yeah.
and you just
I don't ever see him coming back. I just don't. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, that's it. We never get to see him play as a Mav again, ever again. And I just don't understand where that. Well, and you send him to the Lakers. They already have LeBron. Like, why would you do that?
what would Anthony Davis do to Nico Harrison to make him love him so much? I'm so confused. I'm not saying Anthony Davis is bad, but like
He's just
objectively,
objectively,
if you want to look from a business decision, if you want to look at the facts, he is not as good as Luka. He's not produced like Luka has produced.
and he's older. I mean, you can say age doesn't matter, but 31 is vastly different than 25.
Then he joked about he doesn't know what the fuck's gonna happen after the timetable of the short, like the short 2-3 years that he thinks will win a championship with Anthony Davis.
I know. I'm sure some people listen to me like, it's just sports. It's just a game, but
But that's the thing. Sports has transcended. Like it's like there's a culture around it that affects people's lives and has memories and builds bonds and happen in relationships. It's not like just sports. It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, your graduation present was going to one of the playoff games.
Yes.
Instead of going to your graduation, you went to a game. We lost that game, but that's not the point. You still got to see, Luka play, and
That's also, yeah.
like, wasn't getting rid of Jalen Brunson a bad enough decision? Like, I mean,
and now Porzingis too. We literally have there's a guaranteed one. There's a really guaranteed 2, and there's a possibly guaranteed 3 future Hall of Famers we have gotten rid of.
I don't feel like I think the difference is because Brunson started with us, correct? We got him as a rookie. I think it feels worse with and at the same year, correct?
Yeah, same year.
Yeah, same draft. Like, this is why those two hurt more than Porzingis, because
Atlanta won the trade.
Yeah,
they still have Trae Young.
I'm saying because we nurtured them. They grew up here in their sport, and now they're gonna go. Another team is gonna get to benefit from that all those years. We won't get to see that. I think they've guaranteed we're never gonna win a final anytime soon. I think this trade solidified that.
We're about to become the Browns.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I don't even care if I'm wrong. I don't care if we win 10 championships.
It feels hollow.
It feels it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good the way it was done.
Isn't it?
Like, what's the point? Literally, people have talked about what's the point in, like, because it's not a super team now, but like even it's the same kind of thing of like, oh, putting a bunch of people together, just moving people around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't feel earned at all. That's why the Warriors' first couple wins were so good, because Steph and Clay and Draymond, they were all drafted and all like worked up.
You know what it makes it feel like it might be? What isn't it? Babe Ruth, right? Wasn't it Boston that traded him to New York?
About that.
I think so. And then it was Boston didn't win a pennant again for 30 plus however many years.
I hope there's a Luka curse that's not following us.
That's what it feels like is gonna happen.
And I know it's not gonna happen, but it would be so. The only thing good I can see from it going on is every home game, especially the first one, no one shows up.
I would urge, if anybody that's a Mavs fan listens to this and you were thinking of going, don't go. Don't give them money. Because they don't care about the fans, clearly. They don't care about their players and they don't care about the fans. And I'm so mad at Mark for selling. Because Mark genuinely cared about the players and cared about the fans. So yeah, that's where.
He should have pulled a Jerry. Just kept in the fucking family. I don't understand.
Oh, well, maybe his kids doesn't.
I don't care. His kid's doing nothing and not caring to be better than fucking Nico Harrison.
Well, he's not Jerry because he's never been the general manager anyway. He's smart and always hired somebody out. And I just, how do you go as Nico how do you go from getting Kai, right? To getting Kyrie and building this chemistry with Luka and then trading away Luka. Making one of the best decisions to one of the worst.
This might be reverse racism. I didn't think it existed.
I didn't want to think about it, but he's making the team more black. And I was like, and you constantly talk about how it feels like.
You trade away Maxi Kleber. Maybe like European racism. I don't know what the fuck this is anymore.
I don't know if it's that. I mean, maybe it does just come down to money and they didn't want to pay the Supermax.
No, the thing is, we didn't think he would sign. He even said for sure he would have signed. There wasn't a question about it. Why would he not sign?
He just bought a new house. Like, why would he not sign?
What's the reason? What's the fucking reason?
Well, my thing is, if you think that, why wouldn't you talk to him?
Yes.
And you could have you didn't even have to ask, are you wanting to leave? Just be like, hey, we just want to make sure you're happy here. Are you happy here?
Because that's the thing. He doesn't care about players' happiness. He doesn't. He's an he is top 3 evil man in the world.
I'm gonna say honestly,
top 3, not 2.
If I were to run across Nico Harrison, I'd want to flip him off as much as I do Ted Cruz and Governor Abbott. Like, legitimately. Like, he's made it to there for me.
He is the worst person to ever come to Texas.
That's not true.
Yes, and I'm including. So don't ask.
It's not true. There's some really awful people come through here and currently live here.
The one white man I wanted to keep.
Oh, Luca, I was confused. I was like, what?
If the race war ever happened, he would be the ultimate one I would make sure would stay safe.
God. What I hope is
I was going to learn Slovenian. I've been wanting to learn Slovenian.
Here's what really kills me is, with this little podcast as we continue, remember I've talked about, like, it would be really cool if we eventually were, like, able to be, like, in with the Mavs and talking with the players. And I don't even want that anymore. I still want to interview Derek Lively. But not because he's a Mav. Just because he's awesome. Like, it's not even something I would want to shoot for anymore now. They've ruined that. I'm sorry. He has ruined that. Nico has ruined that. Also, I don't like that your name is Nico. Because I like that name and you're ruining it.
Call him NH.
H?
NH.
I don't know.
No happiness.
No.
Dark clouds follow him wherever he goes.
Oh.
He makes the boogeyman look like a saint.
Anyhow, that's where we are.
I don't know why they're asking Jim Carrey to come play the Grinch again. Just cast Nico Harrison, then you have to put makeup on.
Well, no, because the Grinch grew a heart.
No, this is a dark twist on the Grinch where it's actually realistic.
He went back.
Yeah.
We can't just talk about Luca. I mean, I guess
what else is important in the world, Mom?
Oh, a lot of things.
Anything could be taken away from me, but everything was.
God, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing. I'm sorry. It is crazy to me. Like I said, I've never understood when people get upset about their favorite players being traded away.
This is gross. It's just so gross.
But I get it now.
It's gross. It's so gross.
So yeah, if anybody wants to help fund us being able to move to LA so that we can watch Luca play live. Just I don't know. We have to talk about other things. It can't just be Luca. Is there anything else on your mind?
There's absolutely nothing else on my mind.
Y'all, for real. Like, I swear to God, every time I look at him, like, what's wrong? He's like, you know what's wrong. It seriously felt like an April Fool's joke. And I was like, it's not April yet. Why are you sending this text to me?
I don't think I ever touch a basketball again.
What? I mean,
I'll have no
it's not the
fun.
basketball's fault.
If the sport was never created, I'd never feel this sad. I didn't think. Yeah. If the sport was never created, forget going back in time to stop like certain things from happening. I'm gonna stop basketball from happening, so I never ever feel this sad again.
But then we'd never have Space Jam.
I don't care. I would sacrifice all of that to never feel this pain.
Sorry, I'm like, I know you're like joking, but also not.
I am not joking. I legitimately, if I could, and it means I would never have to experience this, I would get rid of basketball. I don't care.
Yeah, but then
what?
We wouldn't know Luca at all.
But he wouldn't feel as betrayed as he ever did.
I know. Because here's what's crazy is I thought, well, I wasn't sure because he
maybe would have been a football player.
Yeah, soccer player.
Yeah.
I thought. I always thought, like, would he, because I always talk about Jokic, like, he probably won't stay here when he retires.
No, the fuck?
And it was debatable with Luka because he would
have
lived
in Dallas.
But I think he would have stayed in Dallas
like
if
Dirk
he
did.
retired here, like Dirk, yeah. Because he just embraced this
the only time
community
Luka
so
will ever
much.
come to Dallas again is when they have to play us.
I
or play
don't
them.
blame
Fuck,
him.
I'm not us.
I don't blame him either, honestly. Oh, apparently they picked up all the jerseys from the step.
Yeah, they removed everything.
And picked up all the signs.
It's gross.
Like, I swear, every day since the news broke, I wake up to some new, like, development or, like, an interview or something, and I'm just like, please stop reminding me that this happened.
There's nothing been shocking in pop culture, I think, ever. I don't care. Literally, it's just crossing people don't even know basketball, don't even care. Are like, what?
Well, I will say...
It's just reaching everything.
No, I will say that there are people that have, like, celebrities that have talked about it. Like, again, W. Kamau Bell, who is... Most of his stuff is very political on his social media. Or it's comedic, right? And then him to comment about the Luka trade just... I mean, I'm sure he's probably like sports already. It's just not something he generally talks about.
Because it is more than sports. It's a betrayal on another level that's never been seen before.
I was trying to think in like
Puts Judas the same.
No, I'm trying to think of like something like in movie entertainment terms of what like this is the equivalent of.
It's like
where it's that surprising.
I'm gonna look up top 10 betrayals
in entertainment or movies. It's just wild to me that the people that I've seen that have commented on it, the people that I would not expect to know even anything about it, is wild to me, and that shows what a huge breaking thing it was. Like, it was trending on Blue Sky for 2 days after. And that's saying something considering what's going on in our nation. Every day is a breaking news of something horrible coming out of the Trump administration. And for that to continue to be at the top for almost 3 days total, and with all the stuff that goes on, is crazy. I mean, didn't you say that Trevor Noah referenced it at the Grammys?
Jim Gaffigan did.
Or Jim Gaffigan did. Again, actually, that's another one I wouldn't expect to have said anything about it. You good?
You know the answer to that question.
No, I know.
This is worse when the teddy bear betrayed the toys in Toy Story 3.
Okay, I was looking for something better or more equivalent than that.
This is worse than when Scar killed Mufasa.
But also we expected that. Like,
this is worse than when Anakin executed Order 66 and betrayed the Jedi Alliance.
But also we saw that coming. I mean, it's horrible what he did, but I'm saying this is something unexpected.
I've been hit with the utmost RKO out of nowhere, and I'm never going to recover. I'm down for the count, and I'll never give up. I've lost my championship, and I've retired.
It would be the equivalent of John Cena turning heel.
It's when
Which
Seth
doesn't
Rollins,
Again,
biggest betrayal in WWE
that's
history.
no. I'm sure there's more.
No,
I still don't feel like any of those are adequate because of just how.
because there's nothing that comes close to
There's
this
nothing.
moment. You're not gonna find anything. It's worse than when, spoiler alert, when Goblin betrayed them in No Way Home.
But it's still not as unexpected. That's the thing. I was trying to think of something that is completely unexpected that we've seen in media play out, and I can't think of anything. Honestly. Like, I don't think writers could have written this.
Because it doesn't make sense by all logical things.
Oh, maybe, actually. What's his name? From One Piece.
Who?
From the Wano arc.
Oh, no, it's not even close. No, what? No, what? No.
That's the only thing I can think of. Like, because he helped them that whole time, you think he's their friend, and then boom. I mean, I kind of felt sus about him, but he still did a good job of pretending to be an ally, you know?
Yeah.
I hope Nico never knows a moment of peace.
I'm serious.
I mean, I'm just trying to think, what is his thought process? What part of him thought, this is a really good decision? I'm so smart.
The only explanation has to be reverse racism. He had to hate something about, because Luka is such a good guy, such a good player. The only thing about him that's different than Anthony Davis is he's white from Europe.
Maybe it's like Europeans, which is crazy because like it's not even like anyone's ever said.
Also, he's such I'm sorry, this makes him more of a bitch because he left on that interview, on that like press thing. He left Jason Kidd after like
by
3
himself.
questions.
I know.
No, and he looked so mad. So honestly, if you have the kahunas to do this shit, fucking show up everything. Show up everywhere. If you you think you're so good, if you're so confident, stand 10 toes down, Nico. Own that shit. Because you won't. Because you're going to hide behind your fucking money and the title and just sit and relax. I hope you never know a moment of peace.
I mean, it's a huge villain arc for him. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm terrified of what all is going to happen. Are we going to lose Derek Live? I mean, we're not a week
I hope
anymore.
we lose everything. I hope the team's demolished. I hope we move to Vegas. I hope it's gone. Erase this shit. Erase it. Gone forever. Scrub it from the earth.
Sorry. What would they do with the Dirk statue? Give it to Dirk?
Yeah, give it to Dirk. Put it in this thing. No, I played for this team that was once a team. Was once something. I don't know it anymore.
I would think it has to hurt Jason Kidd, not just obviously as the coach, but as somebody who was on a part of that team that knows the culture.
Probably hurts Dwight Powell. Bro's been with him since the beginning.
Yeah.
This makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's impossible. It's not real. It's still not real. I'm still in a dream. And this is a really long dream that's really weird, and it's really specific, and it's quite detailed, and it's kind of amazed me. And I'm going to wake up, and Luka's going to come back from injury and play with the Dallas Mavericks again, and everything's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. I'm saying here, I'm going to become famous despite Nico Harrison.
Despite or to spite?
To spite.
For how?
No, I'll figure out a way. Every time I win an award, every time I announce something new, it's going to be, oh, and also, fuck Nico Harrison.
Just like imagine an interview. What drove you to be famous? Nico Harrison.
He's created a villain arc for so many people in this world, and he doesn't understand it.
There's little 5-year-olds that are right now. Nico.
You know when Pain came to the village and Naruto came to fight him, and then Pain basically almost killed Hinata in front of Naruto.
Yeah.
This is what it feels like. You know, in Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, when Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker couldn't save Gwen. This is what it feels like. You know when in Avengers Infinity War, when Iron Man's looking at Spider-Man and he's fading away?
He says, I don't feel so good.
You know when Brad Pitt's character in Seven is asking what's in the box? This is what it feels like.
I'm laughing, but like you legitimately know I've cried the last few days. Anytime I like remember that he is no longer with us. Like y'all don't understand. We have watched so many Mavs games together. Like even when he was at college, like it's been a big part of our family. And yeah, you can say, oh, it's just one player, but like he was groomed to be the next Dirk and be better. Like think about all of the records he's smashed. Hasn't he broken some of like Wilt Chamberlain's standing records?
He is, yeah. It's just
like it just literally does make no sense. Speaking of the Grammys, though, from earlier, you know what I didn't realize?
You know when Billie Eilish lost 7 nominations in the Grammys, and she was sad? This is what it feels like. Billie Eilish, it's okay. Not this is you. Last time was like, what's your axe to grind? You asked me, what do you have to let out?
My
What's your
air of grievances?
I got a hell of a lot of grievances. Worst fucking weekend of my life. First the Luka thing, and then the Grammys was pretty good, and then you ended like that. I'm sorry, Beyonce's incredible, amazing. She should have won so many times before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not this time. At least for the best album. Not this time. Country album, yeah, for sure. Best album of the year? Not this time. No.
I'm gonna put it out there that I am not with him on that one.
You think Cowboy Carter is better than
what?
Billie Eilish's album?
I don't even know what her album was.
You're
not asking me like I mean that should tell you I don't know what her album was.
You're so in the minority, and that's mainly just because it's Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Stop. Like I don't know who Billie Eilish is. I don't know her. What is the album called?
Hit Me Hard and Soft.
What? When did it come out?
This year.
You mean last year?
Well, yeah. Sorry, I forget it's 2025.
But when in 2024?
May.
I didn't know she. I thought the last thing she did was.
You heard songs.
I thought the last thing she did was for Barbie.
Birds of a feather.
Oh my God! Yes,
together,
you're right.
I know. I'm gonna eat that girl for lunch.
Oh. No, I do think Cowboy Carter is better. It's a good album.
It's not better.
Look.
No, okay. Beyonce's great, but literally, you know what Drake said about Kendrick if he speaks his mouth? People just eat up anything Beyonce does. That's sorry.
Not Dakota. Your homegirl's got a lot of fucking Grammys too, so let's calm down.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, does she have them more than Beyonce? No, because now Beyonce broke a record.
I'm just saying. I'm saying, listen.
I'm listening.
She's won at every Grammys. What makes this one different?
Beyonce.
That shit.
It's okay. She needs to learn how to lose. It's all right. Doesn't she have 2 Oscars now? She at least has 1. I don't think she won for the Barbie, actually, which she should have. But my point is she has an Oscar and many Grammys. She's okay.
She has 2.
She has 2 Oscars?
Yeah.
Did she win for Barbie? I know she won for Bond.
Yeah, she won for What Was I Made For?
Oh, okay. See? 2 Oscars. Beyonce ain't got that. She's fine. She's okay. I don't think that her album was better than Chapel Roan's.
But I think you need to listen to Billie Eilish's album again. Because I don't think you ever listened to it. You just heard songs. You haven't listened to it. Don't say it's better if you haven't listened to
Dakota,
it. I've listened to Cowboy Carter and I've listened to it.
She'll be okay.
I'm not saying she won't be okay. I'm just saying.
Also, she's much younger.
Well,
She's
okay,
still got time.
This is the crazy thing. She was nominated 7 times.
Okay, you know what it's like? You know what that's like? When fucking Ed Sheeran won, and he was the only male in that entire category for that Shape of You fucking song, which isn't a bad song, but it's not the one that should have won.
What was it up against? I
think one of them was the Kesha's.
Shape of...
The point is, she'll be okay. She is very young. She has lots of time ahead of her to win more and more Grammys. And she's very talented. So she'll be fine. Let's talk about that Taylor didn't win. Finally.
Did he win Song of the Year?
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
15-9. Well, I know you started on Taylor Swift. I don't care. Like,
no, I'm just saying, like, anyhow, I was bringing up the Grammys because I didn't even put that together. I mean, I probably would have eventually, but I was watching TikTok and someone about, Kendrick winning the all the Grammys for Not Like Us, right? And I realized he was wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
When he won. Like, that man is diabolical. His brain is on another fucking level, for real. Like, and his pettiness is unmatched. Cause like I just thought, oh, he wants, to be comfortable. To win and not just win in everybody. The Grammys played the entire part and everybody sang along. If I was Drake, I'd literally just move back.
He won for best pop solo performance.
Whatever.
The other ones were What About Us, Pink.
Yeah.
Million Reasons by Lady Gaga.
Uh-huh.
Praying by Kesha.
Uh-huh.
And then Love So Soft by Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, Praying should have won. But anyhow.
That's what. Well, this is a question. What do they look at? What's the criteria for winning Grammys?
I think part of it is how much of it you're writing, because like so let's. I think
Ed Sheeran wrote all of that.
No, he did. But Kesha also wrote hers, and that was from a really painful place. That's not the point.
Well, that's a bigger question I've always wondered. You know what I mean?
The year that Lemonade lost to Adele's 25.
Lemonade is so much better than Cowboy Carter. It's ridiculous.
I will agree with that. It's a better album.
It runs laps around Cowboy
But a lot
Carter.
of people said the reason she didn't win is because Adele's album is just as strong, and she only would have 1 or 2 writers on there with her, and whereas Lemonade had a shit ton of writers involved in there. I don't know what the metrics are for the Grammys on how they choose. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of politics and racism honestly involved.
Well, yeah, as there is in everything.
Yeah. So,
Nico Harrison is the first black person I want to remove from power. Sorry, continue.
I was just saying.
Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe they
nope.
were.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Some people shouldn't be allowed to have power. You are correct, regardless of their race.
And if they're bald and ugly as fuck.
Is he bald?
Yeah, but might as well be. He's trying, and it's not working.
After this decision, his hair is gonna run away from him.
His hair's I'm begging.
He's like, I don't want to be attached to you. We go somewhere else.
If I was Nico Harrison kid, I'd leave now. He might trade you for a better kid.
Oh my god!
Or what do you think is a better kid? Oh, I like this kid in L.A. I think he's a little nicer. He doesn't talk back to me. Even though that kid's putting up numbers on numbers on numbers on numbers.
So the theme for today's episode is
pain.
Hate Nico Harrison.
Hate and pain. You see, you know what I feel like right now? You remember that black kid, that a little kid who a couple years ago was trending I want to kill myself. I want to kill myself. Permanently, always, and forever.
And what y'all can't see is his hair is very emo right now too. You're definitely sadness, death, and despair. It'll be okay. We'll just become Lakers fans. That's the sucky thing, though, is even if I'm I have to be a Lakers fan, right? We can't even watch all of the games.
Yeah.
Because we're not in the network. And that's, you know what? This does feel like a fucking slap in the face
The NBA's
because
going. I hope the NBA crumbles. Honestly,
like legitimately, because you know it was just this season that the Mavs switched to where we could watch the games for free on local on air, and now we can't watch them because you took Luka away.
I'm not watching another Mavs game.
I know. I'm saying like
done.
It's very depressing that now we can actually watch all the games for the most part free, and you just took it away. You took the joy in that away. So if anybody has any suggestions on how we watch Laker games for free, hit us up in the comments.
I know how to.
I know there's some people saying that they think that the league allowed this because they are having such low viewership, so they think it would bring in numbers. Which I didn't realize the NBA was struggling like that.
No, yeah, it was because of all the things. Yeah, very much.
Because of what things?
The viewership, them moving shit and making a lot of like, on like non-cable, like cable shit. I don't know. They've been asked. They've just been struggling. This is worse than when Greg Heffley betrayed Rowley and Dyron P. Kid. Don't talk to me. Don't come to my house. We're done.
Oh. Do you hope that Nico Harrison gets the cheese touch?
I hope we get some more in the cheese touch. Who gets the blue cheese touch? Stinky ass fucking. I know his feet. I know his feet stink, dog. Smells his own farts and likes it.
It's that South Park episode.
No, he eats his boogers after he picks them.
Oh, it's gonna be okay.
I know he wipes in the wrong direction.
We're good.
Doesn't wash his hands after he takes a poop. Pours milk before the cereal.
See the smelly kid in class.
I know he uses the same knife for peanut butter and jelly. And doesn't care if it gets mixed in because he just doesn't care about people. Oh, Nico, can I borrow your peanut butter and jelly? I want to make a PB&J. What's this? It's all mixed in?
I hope this...
He eats fish oils as a snack. I fucking hate him.
I don't know how good this episode is, but I hope it's cathartic for you. Just get out all of your anger. Or not all of it, but some of it. It's hard days here in Dallas, is the point. It's bad enough the people we have running our state. The Mavs were the little bit of joy we had. Because we can't get it from the Cowboys. Not until Crypt Keeper dies. Even then, I'm not sure. That'd be the most shocking thing, is after he passes and his family decides, you know what, we should hire a general manager. It'll be okay. We've been through hard times before.
He was rooting for the sun in Frosty the Snowman.
No, and he was literally the magician in that. He took our hat. Oh my god, I just like, actually, he is. He took the magic from the team. You know what's sad is I was listening to our podcast episode from last week, and we actually referenced Luca in it, because we were talking about magic.
Yeah.
And you're like, Luca magic? And I was like, oh, I got sad. I started to tear up on the walk. Like, oh, we can't.
I've never thought about a man so much in my life besides Luka Doncic. Is this what I think this is the closest I'll ever get to a heterosexual woman being broken up with by a man that she loved.
Wait, what do you mean?
This is close I'll ever get to what it feels like.
Oh, what it feels like to be.
Yeah. I don't know what was unclear about what I said.
I don't know. Couldn't you just say this is what it feels like as a woman when a man breaks up with you? Couldn't you just put it like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I checked all my boxes.
Unlike Nico.
He checks the boxes.
For what?
Dumbass. Stupid. stupid head, dum dum, fish fart. Bro, he didn't just shit the bed. He splattered all over that stuff, bro.
It's okay. We're okay.
We're not. Don't lie. Don't lie to me.
I'm just trying to make it okay. Just think, one day we'll be rich and we can move to wherever Luca's playing. I mean, he might still be at LA. I don't know. That's what they were talking about today when they were in the press conference. I guess their coach or...
You know who the coach of the LA Lakers is, right?
Who?
You don't know who the coach of the LA Lakers is?
No.
It's JJ Redick.
And then it wasn't JJ. Then I guess it was their GM that was with Luca. It was not JJ talking. Or maybe it was, and he's got swole or something. I don't know.
No, it's not.
No, it wasn't him. I know what JJ looks like. They were talking about like building. They were being asked like, "Hey, what do you do to basically build a team around Luca? What does that look like for you?" So it sounds like they want him there for a while.
Yeah, because
like,
LeBron's gonna retire
years.
soon. No,
Yeah.
This is the new face of the franchise. No. The Lakers are literally in fucking Dreamville.
That's what. Okay, look. That's kind of why I'm annoyed. Like, you handed the Lakers, who already have so many fucking championships.
It's unfortunately, as much as I want to say this, it's like if after like the first 2 years after Patrick Mahomes was like they found out he was good, the Chiefs gave him to Patriots after Tom Brady left.
Yeah,
This is what it's like.
that is what it's like. So depressing. We'll never hear Luke High again.
They literally got rid of Batman and Robin, Batman and Superman. They got rid of the best duo in sports history.
Okay, if you can't get it by now, we're sad. Sad.
I'm not sad. I'm devastated. I'm annihilated.
I've got too much other shit to worry about to be devastated. He has the luxury of being devastated. I do not.
I feel like John Wick when his dog died.
It does feel like that. Wait, are you gonna start going and beating people up? You're like, not people,
everybody named Nico. There's a random Nico. What did I do? You know what you did.
Make sure you use a pencil.
Pencil. With a fucking pencil.
All right, let's wrap it up because like we're clearly not gonna do off of any other topic but this. I feel bad for. I know some of our listeners. I'm pretty sure are not into sports.
No, but
So
they know what
bear
it's like
with
to be
us.
betrayed or feel
You
sad.
do. Yes, everybody does understand what it's like.
I
To
want
be
everybody to
sad
think
and
about the
betrayed.
lowest moment in their life's history. Multiply that by a million gajillion, and that doesn't even scratch how I feel. And I'm not joking. I am not joking. I am so petty, I'm never going to get over this. I'm never going to get over this. The last words I will say when I die is fuck Nico Harrison. You know Tupac said fuck the cops when he died? I'm going to say fuck Nico Harrison.
Please don't listen to this with your kids. There's a lot of fucks in here.
Unless it's Nico Harrison's kids, in which get out.
I don't even know if they'll know what that is.
Run. I'm gonna make sure Nico Harrison gets reincarnated so I can, after death, haunt him. And put him in that fucking genjutsu that Itachi did, where every day lasts 1,000 years.
I understood that reference.
It's the worst when Ace died.
I would agree. That was pretty devastating. This is worse than when the Going Merry died. That's the one that really, really did me in. I love you.
There was the last thing. In middle school,
Oh no.
I was not very talkative, but there was a couple people that I talked to, and a lot of the few one was the person I sat with at lunch. We weren't even in the same class, I don't think. But I sat with them at lunch, and I thought we were cool. This dude proceeds to grab a Funyun bag, pop it, it makes it loud, and proceeds to say I was the one who did it, and I almost got detention. This is far worse than that. Nico Harrison popped my Funyun bag. And I'll never get it back.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna create a show
Oh no!
where the main villain is Nico Harrison.
You're just gonna name him Nico Harrison.
I'm gonna name him Nico Harrison.
You know he could sue you for defamation.
Why? Is that his actual name? Well, like, does he own that name? Does he have a patent on it?
You're just gonna be like, it's a different Nico Harrison.
It's a different Nico Harrison. Everybody can be named Nico Harrison. You're not so special, are you? I'm talking about a different Nico Harrison that didn't happen to rub me the fucking wrong way. He rubbed me to Timbuktu.
I think we need to wrap it up because you're slightly losing it.
The plot has been lost. The plot's gone. It's in the void.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, because I'm gonna apply my evil scheme. Now I'm turning my anger into vengeance. If you guys happen to see a vigilante out there that's like Batman, you know who it is, and you know why. No, it's not because my parents died. No, it's not to get rid of the evil, corrupt people. It's because Nico Harrison.
All right, let's wrap it up. It'll be okay. I'm gonna try to calm him down, y'all. Maybe something really good will happen this week that will.
There's nothing
better. That'll erase it, but like
nothing that's gonna ever erase this.
I'm not asking for something to erase it. Just like maybe take the edge off a little bit. Just a little bit.
If karma is real, better. If the karma is real, Dallas is gonna become the best place ever.
It wouldn't be the best place.
Well, it sounds the worst place, so eventually it will be the best.
Oh, I don't know. All right, I love you.
I love you.
To the back.
To the back. Hate Nico Harrison.
To the back.
Hate Nico Harrison.
Podcast.
Bye, Nico.
Bye.
Sleep with one eye open.